See the topic, man. The devil only lives in the hearts of the selfish and the wicked. Never heard of that before. I'm gonna run it for you, man. You know the topics get spicier week by week, man. So here's the deal. The devil can only dwell where he is allowed or welcomed. You feel me? I'm not saying like example, you know how you go to church and you'll be like, oh, this is the house of the Lord. Guess what? There's devils who sit up in there too. You get what I'm saying? I don't mean it in that aspect. What I mean is in the world that we live in where leeches are growing, selfish people are piling up by the day. People are willing to downright do a lot of malicious, wicked, vicious things. Just to get to the next level, I'm here to tell you that God does not live in the hearts of those people. You feel me? Only the devil lives in the heart of the wicked and the selfish. And I'm going to tell you why, right? The devil is a person who seeks to kill, steal, and destroy, right? Same thing as a wicked person. Wicked people are people who do not have any morals and they do not have any integrity. That's why the devil works and operates through them the best. Reason being is because this, right? If your body's supposed to be like a sanctuary or a temple or whatever the case may be, and you're of good, the devil cannot operate in that. You feel me? Because why? That's not his settings. That's not where he dwells. You feel me? You ever notice how there's some people in the world that do some wicked and evil things? And it's like, yo, you don't even have a conscience, dog. It's like, yo, how do you sleep at night? Those are the people that the devil love working through. Because why? In their mind, they don't see any wrong in the things that they do. They only see that, yo, I'm in survival and what I'm doing now is what? Justified. You get what I'm saying? Give you an example into this, right? Let's say a person who's wicked or downright filthy or cruel or whatever the case may be. They don't have a problem in stealing from somebody who's less fortunate or somebody who's elderly or deemed weaker than them. Those people have no heart and they have no morals. And this is something you need to understand why I mix all of these words together. For you to not have any morals, you do not have any form of a self-respect or a self-decency or a conscience to see, yo, what I did was wrong. That shows that what? You don't live for the other people and, yo, this is screwed up what I did to this person. You're living for who? Yourself in the world. Doing things to please yourself and satisfy yourself. Even if it means being a downright nasty and vicious person. Those are only devilish and demonic people who do those things, right? Next into that, if you ever paid attention closely and looked at it, when people do devilish and demonic things and it's very wicked, you notice how they're able to carry on about their day like nothing happened or everything is honky-dory. What does that say? This has to be something that you've done repetitively. Especially people who start like smear campaigns or do things or harm innocent people. Because you need to understand this, right? The devil likes to live in confusion. He doesn't operate in the light. That's why he operates in the what? In the darkness. That's why when light is brought to the darkness, light can be shed into the darkness so you can see what's going on. Who's who isn't. You get what I'm saying? That's why as a person who I can honestly say, yo, I believe in God, I believe in good, I believe in it tomorrow, I can honestly say this, right? For somebody to go out of their way to harm somebody, do something foul, do something malicious, it could have been premeditated, but there has to be some form of a spirit on the inside that lives within you that's telling you that that's okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you another one, right? You ever heard some people say, yo, right is wrong and wrong is right? Like, example, you ever heard of some people who are in the streets who, yo, certain things that might be deemed as wrong, they may seem as right? Like, example, I'm going to give you a famous one. Look at Little Boosie, right? Marlo Mike, his co-defendant. Marlo Mike was already killing before Boosie got a hold of him, right? Now, Boosie, look, because you know I'm Boosie, I'm a rapper, I'm an influencer, yo, I'm going to pay you such and such per killing, right? Boosie added on to the trauma and the pain that he was dealing with. Because why? I'm going to use my influence over you so you can do things for me. For anybody who cannot see it, that's wicked and screwed up. You know how many people say, yo, that kid was already killing before Boosie got a hold of him. Yes, very true, very true. But does it make it right that because you know you're a big time rapper and you have big influence, that you use your influence to literally exploit an innocent younger person? Well, innocent to a certain extent, as in he doesn't understand what you're about to do to him. I'm not saying innocent as in he wasn't already killing. He was already doing that. But to use your leverage and power to steer somebody off a cliff to do the wrong things, even more, bro, that's wicked and evil, dog. It's just like when people say, oh, you know, two wrongs make a right. No, just because I did something to you and you did something to me doesn't mean that, okay, now we're even. No, you got to understand something. In life, be a person that's fair and just, bro. You know that there's so much people in the world that aren't fair, do not have any dignity, any form of a fucking pride, any form of a friggin' conscience or a tomorrow in them to see that the shit that they're doing is wrong. Some people just take up this shit and they run with it, dog, because it's justified. It helps me get what it is that I want. Example, look at people who like to put other people in a state of fear to get them to bow down to them or adhere to what I tell you, or you better succumb to my will, or you understand what the consequences is. That's all wicked, bro. Do you know how wicked and selfish of a person you have to be to screw somebody over who probably never deserved it? Use your power in an ill-advised way. Plot on somebody. Try and scheme on the next person to screw them up or put them in a fucked up predicament. You have to be really a screwed up individual, bro. And there's a lot of them walking around in the world. That's why some people don't understand this shit when I tell it to them. You don't have to be a demonic person for the devil to live inside of you. There are certain traits that certain people have that it's like automatically you're inviting the devil into your life. You get what I'm saying? And I'm going to give you an example into that. You ever seen how some people, they love money so much? It's like, oh my gosh, money is my God. It's like they never gave a fuck who liked them. They just wanted money. Here's the thing, right? People who live by that lifestyle or that rule, you damn near could say it's like you sold your soul to the devil, bruh. Because mind you, the money isn't the root of all evil, dog. It's the love of money, bro. How much do you love money that you're willing to do something that you're not supposed to do, i.e. drop your morals, drop drop certain things of value just to get that money? There's some people who don't care about morals. They just want money. They want that validation. I.e. look at narcissists. Narcissists are like the closest thing to the devil, bro. They crave instant validation. They crave power. They crave control. They crave to block and stop up people in life. Because why? That's very demonic. That's their game. Like the devil. God is like, like God gave you free will. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to spin it all, make it real simple, dog. God is for free will. He gave you a choice into doing certain things. You can choose to be evil. You can choose to be good. You can choose to plot on people. You have hella choices in the world. But what I'm telling you is that there's a lot of people in the world who chose the darkness. They chose that lifestyle, either because they feel comfortable there. Being in the darkness gets me feared by certain people. It gets me respected. There's some people who either don't believe in God. But what I'm trying to tell you is that in life, if you're going to do dirty, devious things, i.e. devilish things, just know that there's consequences for that. And if you're going to be a person who's going to go out here and do these devilish things and claim you got dirty thoughts, or the devil is using you, or the devil causes confusion, just know this. We're all vessels, bro. You can be a vessel for anything. You can be a vessel for God, or you could be a vessel for the devil. Remember, everybody has free will. You have free will to say, yo, I'm going to go rob this person. I have free will if I'm going to go harm this person. I have free will if I'm going to go help this person. I have free will if I'm going to go talk shit or run a smear campaign on this person. People who use their free will to do devious, dirty things are ran by the devil, bro. It's like the devil has a hand on your life, dog. That's where God has to come in and save you, bro. That's why I want people to understand this. You know how there's certain people that claim, oh, that person's so wicked, or they're so cruel, or I know I'm a good person, but deep down they're a shitty, foul piece of shit. They do nothing but fucked up things to people. That's where shame and calling out people needs to be brought back. Because there's some people in the world that are so blinded and oblivious to the things that they do unless somebody calls them out for it. Why do you think narcissists fear being exposed? Because you know me like that. I have the masses fooled. These people don't really know that I'm devilish like that. But you know the truth about me. That's what I'm telling you. There are certain people that they know the things that they do. They know the lifestyle that they're involved in. They just don't want to let it go because hiding in the dark and playing with the devil and all of that, it's fun to them. And I'm going to tell you like this. If you feel like you're going to dance with the devil and win, my nigga, I'm telling you right now, that dance with the devil that you decide, yo, let me do this dance, that might be some shit that might last you forever. That might be some shit that, where, yo, you might not ever get out of that situation. Because why? You made that choice in life, bruh. And you got to understand this in life too. There's some people who throw little pity parties or, you know, feel sorry for me because I made this choice. I never had a father. I never had guidance. Or I never had. That's piss poor fucking excuses, bro. Everybody hits the age of understanding where you're about like 12, 13. You may not understand the severity or the consequences, but as I stated, everybody has some form of a choice, bro. Everybody has some form of a free will. It's just what you do with your free will and your choices. You have a choice if you're going to let the devil use you or if you're going to let God use you in life. You feel me? There are some people who've never been held accountable and all day long they blame things or, oh, it was the devil that made me do it. Remember them famous excuses? Or it's like the devil won't leave me alone. How about the devil knows that you're fucking weak, my nigga, so he can do whatever with you? Some people just run into excuses all day or run to find excuses to help justify their piss poor ass fucking behavior, dog. Just understand and recognize the signs, bro. When a person is wicked or, you know, they're selfish, guess who works through them? The devil, bruh. Ain't no form of God dwelling within you, bruh. Just because you might donate to somebody or, oh, let me go give a little $5 to this homeless guy on the side of the street. That doesn't ensure that you're a good person. Just know this in life, bruh. The devil knows how to do certain things just to hide his face, bruh. You have devils sitting in church all day long. You have devils who walk up to the friggin' pulpit, they standing behind that bitch, and they drop into sermons. Preaching to people, laying hands on people. And people know the things that they do out here, dog. Just understand this in life. Whenever you see somebody do something dirty, wicked, and foul, the devil, chances are, lives within them, bro. You get what I'm saying? Ain't nobody who's righteous or for God is finna do some slimy, grimy ass shit like that to harm somebody, especially somebody who isn't deserving. You feel me? With that being said, remember, this words can help you, they can hurt you, but here on my channel I is gonna uplift you because everybody's a champion, nobody's a loser, man. 444 the world, man. Peace.